Bushe mwalikwata Top Star Decoder. Bushe mwalishiwa kutila kutimwatamba Prime TV2 Zambia pa channel 110 la chakutira mlefu okumfwa amadiashi ayalekanalekana okufuma kunchende ishapusana. Bakanye mukumipekanisisha amadiashi konse kuntumletu mfuila maliba abaiteanya inshita yonse kumulabasa wenu wa Prime TV2. Prime TV2 omulabasa wenu kumadiashi nembilansuma mumishi yenu.
If it's not on Prime TV2, verify it. Our dedicated reporters across the country bring you accurate, well-researched news, keeping you informed 24/7. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at Prime TV2 Zambia. Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.
Hello and welcome to News Flash on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news. We're live on Topstar Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, PTV2 Zambia. Now let's take a look at the stories making headlines. 5 men have been arrested in Chingola for giving false information after reporting that their private parts had disappeared following an incident in which they claimed they were tapped on the shoulder. The African Methodist Episcopal Church has called on government to probe the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, covering the period from 2021 to date. Residents of Mansa District in Wapula Province have expressed concern over the growing potholes on Mansa-Luwingu Road. With the news in detail, my name is Rhoda Mlenga. 5 men have been arrested in Chingola for allegedly giving false information to a public officer after reporting that their private parts had disappeared following an incident in which they claimed they were tapped on the shoulder. The suspects have been identified as Mambwe, 45, Mwansa, 24, Walia, 26, Sichalwe, 21, and Guvulu, 35. Police Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilabi says the 5 men reported the matter to Chingola Central Police Station on Monday, the 14th, 2026. Mr. Chilabi explains that the suspects were issued with medical report forms and later underwent medical examinations which did not support their claims.
After investigations, the 5 men were detained on March 16, 2026 and have since been formally charged with the offense of giving false information to a public officer, contrary to Section 125 of the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. In a related matter arising from the same incident, Kapansa, aged 61, who was initially accused by the 5 men of tapping them on the shoulder and allegedly causing their private parts to disappear, filed a complaint against Mambwe for assault occasioning actual bodily harm. A medical report form was issued to facilitate this complaint. Following investigations, Mambwe has been formally charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, in addition to the charge of giving false information. All 5 suspects are currently in custody awaiting a court appearance. The Zambia Police Service reiterates its warning that acts inciting mob justice will not be tolerated. Such conduct endangers innocent lives.
The African Methodist Episcopal Church has called on government to institute a commission of inquiry into the operations of the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, covering the period from 2021 to date. Reverend Joseph Makina, minister in charge of St. Michael AME Church in Chukupi, says the call follows a series of public controversies surrounding ZAMSA, a key institution under the Ministry of Health and central to Zambia's healthcare delivery system. Reverend Makina says public attention appears to be focused on the arrest of certain individuals, including one of his congregants, while other officials who were part of the broader system have not been equally scrutinized. Meanwhile, former ZAMSA General Director Victor Nyasulu has alleged that the recent developments surrounding the matter are linked to his earlier announcement of intentions to contest for the Lusaka mayoral position under the Citizens First Party.
Now, I want to put it on record that justice must be fair and also comprehensive and transparent, so that the nation can establish the full truth behind challenges facing ZAMSA. I wish to remind the nation that the Christian faith teaches that God hates injustice. And I call on leaders and institutions to uphold righteousness. In conclusion, a thorough commission of inquiry would help Zambia get to the bottom of the matter and allow ZAMSA to move forward in a manner that restores public confidence and strengthens accountability.
Immediately after being received in the CF and expressing my intentions to stand as mayor on the CF ticket, the very next day, my lawyer called me and sent me a call out from the Drug Enforcement Commission, and we wondered what it was about. It was meant for Friday, but Friday I could not make it, and so they gave me another call out for Monday. I have been warned and cautioned for an additional charge, which is basically Section 21 of the Anti-Corruption Act, and this is abuse of authority of office. I was supposed to be arrested, but because this is a joint charge and one of my former directors is not well, the call out has been postponed to Wednesday.
In other news, Pascom Kabila reports that residents of Mansa district in Luapula province have expressed concern over the increasing number of potholes on the Mansa-Luwingu road, warning that failure to address the situation quickly could lead to extensive damage to the road. The 175-kilometer stretch is considered one of the most important roads in the province due to its good quality and its role as a key road connecting Luapula to northern province. One of the concerned residents, Kevin Manda, says heavy trucks are among the major contributors to the damage. More in the following report.
Luapula province prides itself of Mansa-Luwingu Road, which is one of the best roads not just in Luapula province, but across the country. Now, the advent of potholes on this road has raised several concerns among Mansa residents who want government to attend to this situation.
Jeke ilesa mukuibira pada so nga pacha kali ndia kanono nchira kali ndika kale kula mulando ne mfura intuire loka so tulero mba kuteko na walo lekisha ko mkwaye musebongo wa mba fya kali ndia kanono batu kutukira basawa myeputa ola yapatari mukona ika pandinga waona ika njifya rubana fintu ifingi ifitamuli umusebo njifya ko kupita fya chirikirwa
umusebo wa Luwingu bali tupangire bwino umusebo asphalt umusebo wa yapwendera amashingi sana nomba musala utampa amapoti o na atampa kwimbauka tulero mbo kutira mwe buteko lolekesheni po mushike bwino amapoti waya pakwati musataura una ikirira muse mende ukupanga very expensive mukabwere kupanga muse nga waona ikoyu very expensive ukutampa kuvendo uyu musebo ukasende ndala meshingi kane kikaisa rete state mfya kwati mukitako fimya mumisebo imbe mubomberepo niwe kintu kiraona ikira mwa menda bwangu.
Some of the Mansa residents who witnessed the struggle motorists, cyclists, and pedestrians went through before this road was upgraded to a bituminous standard have shared their concerns.
Moneni uno musebo mwatupangira, musebo mowa usuma. Nomba kwali baba driver bamo abakwate emifulo na ponga batontonkanya ashani tetuwishibe. Motoka nga yakita breakdown. Bala imba pakati kamusebo, so nga baimba pala yala banomba ni opoti. Iya kwebati umusebo na utampoko naika. Echo ndelo mba kuli imwe buteko okutira na papata. livyo musebo taula ona ikiriro kuye muna mankati not ubengo yuwa kuvale tontonkanyeni po iseni mutumendereko muliamo muli ubuafya tuapapata nga mwatusuminisheko mwatupere kwensambu nalimo lubali ulwa kutila aba bantu baleona ulo musebo bana mutekenya nga twaishibe number plate twatuma mwatu wafwa bwangu nishimwashi bokutila aba bantu bamo abakwete ubona ushi twafweni mkwai ate musebo mumulenda na ba traffic bushekwe na bena tabamona limo balasanga okusanga motor breakdown bamona na opoti umo babikire jeke but balafirwa okubapela imilandu ngokubakita challenge nangu imo bapitafi nomba bushenishikisuma.
The hope from people of Mansa is to see government attend to situations like this one. Pasco Mukabira, Prime TV News, in Mansa, Luapula Province.
From Luapula Province, we move on to Western Province, where it is reported that healthy learners have launched the school health deworming program in 4 districts of the province, targeting Kayema, Mongu, Limulunga, and Nalolo. The launch event took place at Imwiko Primary School in Mongu, with Mongu Mayor Nyambe Muyumbana urging stakeholders to rally behind this initiative. Parents in Mongu have expressed gratitude towards the organization for coming up with this initiative, which has reduced the burden of parents taking their children for deworming at clinics. More in the following report.
Zambia is one of the countries where parasites are common. In order to prevent their spread, regular deworming becomes vital. Healthy Learners, in collaboration with the Ministries of Health and Education, has launched the second phase of the mass drug administration among eligible school-going children in 4 districts of Western Province. The exercise is aiming at providing deworming services to school-going children in order to promote their well-being.
Mass drug administration happens twice a year, and we are happy that we collaborate with the Ministry of Education and Health to undertake this deworming exercise. Our target for the province in the 4 districts is to deworm more than 55,000 learners in these schools in Western Province.
Guest of honor, Nyambe Muyumbana, the mayor of Mongu, has called on the stakeholders to support the school health program.
This success depends on the collective efforts of all stakeholders. We need everyone, teachers, parents, our traditional leaders. If we all come on board, we can make this vision a reality. We can ensure that every school is equipped to meet the health needs of its students. I urge all schools to prioritize the inclusion of health rooms in their infrastructure plans. No new school should be constructed without a dedicated health room.
Mongu District Education Board Secretary Representative Kilian Lubinga says the Minister of Education is committed to ensuring that the school health program succeeds.
We are committed to ensuring that this program is successfully implemented in all schools. We have worked closely with the District Health Office to ensure that teachers are guided on how to administer the medication safely and effectively to our learners. I wish to encourage all head teachers and teachers to support this program by ensuring that all eligible learners receive the deworming tablets.
The deworming exercise has been welcomed by both learners and parents in the community.
We are also thankful to the Provincial Technical Officer and the representatives from the health departments and health learners for their guidance and support in making this health program possible. Our appreciation also goes to the DEBS Mongu, the school administration, community members, members of staff, and all pupils for all their cooperation and participation.
Wakurutseza tupatela nyana mwali kolomo tupatela nyana to turutusa kuli bashemi basike baya kwali patela kuungana kweterere kwisabana babona kwa ma programs asona nge deworming.
The exercise is expected to run up to Friday this week. For Prime TV News in Mongu District, Marcus Bransakvita reporting.
Coming back to Lusaka, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mulambo Haimbe has called for concerted efforts to address emerging challenges in the African media landscape brought about by rapid technological changes, including the rise of artificial intelligence. Mr. Haimbe says confronting the challenge is essential to ensure that the media continues to play a pivotal watchdog role in a democratic society, safeguarding the right to freedom of expression and the freedom of the press. He was speaking when he officiated at the 2026 African Media Council's conference held in Lusaka.
Different media stakeholders across the African continent and beyond have held the 2026 African Media Council's conference in Lusaka, and Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mulambo Haimbe, officiating as the guest of honor, has called for concerted efforts towards the emerging challenges in the African media landscape, which are brought about by the technological changes such as artificial intelligence.
While we commend the media's commitment to upholding professionalism, we are, however, concerned about the technological changes sweeping across the African media landscape, bringing with them the challenges of artificial intelligence, fake news, disinformation, and misinformation, as indeed the speakers that spoke before me have already acknowledged. Ladies and gentlemen, these emerging challenges call for bold, swift, and concerted efforts. The media industry must evolve and respond to technological change in order to promote a free, responsible, and credible media that the public can trust.
And complementing this call, different stakeholders are of the view that the media plays a pivotal watchdog role in the democratic society, which role regulates the right to expression and the freedom of the press.
Sweden stands firmly with you in this effort. Our global engagement on media freedom is long-standing. We have consistently supported journalists' safety, media development initiatives, and digital rights across the world. It includes support to the international training programs on media by the Fojo Institute and to the UNESCO multi-donor program on freedom of expression and safety of journalists.
And also, the media plays a pivotal role in enhancing democracies across the world. And for us in Zambia, we're just shy of 5 months to an election that falls on August 13. And I believe, Chair, that this year's election will be the true test of the Media Self-Regulation Council of Zambia in terms of cases that I'm anticipating.
6 African Media Council's conference.
Thank you very much, Namangolo Amshokawanji, for that report. And that item ends the news flash on Prime TV2. But before we go, let's take a recap of the stories that made headlines. 5 men have been arrested in Chingola for giving false information after reporting that their private parts had disappeared following an incident in which they claimed they were tapped on the shoulder. And the African Methodist Episcopal Church has called on government to probe the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency covering the period from 2021 to date. Residents of Mansa district in Wapula province have expressed concern over the growing potholes on Mansa Luingu Road. Thank you so much for staying with us. But for these and other stories, to like our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. On behalf of the entire news and production crew, my name is Rhoda Mlenga. Stay tuned.